根据美国生殖医学学会的统计指出，美国在1999到2013年之间，每年用代母生下的胎儿从727人增长到2432人。而在美国执业20多年的代孕法律专家也说，中国二胎的开放似乎在2016年之后加速了美国代孕市场的快速增长。由于在美国代孕费用并不是一笔小的开销，今天我们想了解一下中国家庭是否可能不通过第三方自行寻找代孕。
Well, it is possible for foreign clients to find their own carriers, but given the distance, the cultural differences, and the language, it's extremely dangerous. The surrogacy...
How dangerous would it be? What kind of danger are we talking about?
Well, they may not vet the carrier properly, so she could have a criminal record. She could not really be pregnant. This has happened before with foreign couples, where they use fake ultrasounds and fake doctor's visits to have a pregnancy or fake a pregnancy when they're not really pregnant. So they're sending money to somebody who's not really pregnant, whereas an agency will go directly to the doctor and get the results. They will go directly through the private eye to get a criminal background check. We will send a licensed social worker to the home to make sure that the home is safe. So a lot of the technology and the background checks that the agency is going to do are embedded in their system, whereas somebody who lives in a foreign country is going to easily be taken advantage of.
If I were going to be someone who has the need to look for a surrogacy, to look for it, the candidate my own, or by working with an agency, what kind of benefits do I have?
Well, everything is going to be safe with the agency. For instance, the carrier is going to be assured she's paid because the money is held in a trust. And the parents also know that their money is safe in the trust. They're not just going to be giving it to the carrier without proof that she's pregnant.
So the carrier would not receive the money directly from the family? Instead, there's an intermediary?
Correct. All the checks go through the trust account and all receipts are validated. When there's an intermediary, we know that she's not going to get more and she's not going to get less. But the agency does a lot more than that. It coordinates the legal, it coordinates the health insurance, it does all the background checks, it gets the birth certificate, the social security card if they want one, it coordinates travel to and from the United States and to the clinic and to the doctor's appointments. So it's basically like your general contractor or your tour guide for the entire process.
So that's your navigator, walking you throughout that process.
Absolutely.
And how long does it take?
Normally it takes about 18 months to have a baby this way. Remember,
that's much longer than having a baby your own.
Well, 9 months obviously is the pregnancy, but generally it takes about 6 months to find your carrier. Certainly, could it take shorter? Yes. And could it take longer? Yes. It all depends on the couple or the person and what they're looking for in their carrier. The more flexible they are with what state they may live in or how much compensation she has or her family status, then they find somebody quicker.
If I were in need of these services and I'm looking for a service provider, what am I supposed to look for?
Well, you want to make sure the agency has been in business for a number of years. Also, if you're coming from abroad, you want to make sure it's a larger agency. In the United States, there are a lot of small agencies where 1 or 2 people are working and helping, and that's usually not adequate for somebody who's international.
如果您熟悉英文，而且对于美国代孕法律条文相当的熟悉，自行寻找代母并且完成所有合同的签署，并非不可能。不过，事实上，许多愿意担任代母的女性也希望自身的权益受到保障，而代孕机构扮演的角色就是客观专业的第三方，对接及协调委托家庭和代母之间的需求，并且确保双方的权益能够获得合理的保障。不过，在签约之前，对这些第三方机构的资格和记录进行充分的了解，才不至于因小失大。惠仪祝您孕，祝您美运成真，我们下周再会。